The Abu Simbel Temple, a monument of power and legacy. On the western bank of Lake Nasser, in the vast expanse of southern Egypt near the border with Sudan, rises one of the most breathtaking achievements of ancient Egyptian civilization, the Abu Simbel temples. Carved directly into a sandstone cliff during the reign of Pharaoh Ramses II in the 13th century BCE, they stand as enduring monuments to both divine worship and royal power. The larger of the two temples is dedicated to the gods Ammonius, Are-Horukti, and Ptah, as well as to Ramses II himself. Its colossal facade is perhaps the most iconic image of Abu Simbel, four towering seated statues of Ramses, each nearly 20 meters, 66 feet high, gazing across the desert with eternal authority. Between their feet and carved along the walls, smaller statues of his family members, his wife Nefertari, his children, and his mother, emphasize his dynasty's might. The smaller temple, built nearby, was dedicated to Queen Nefertari and the goddess Hathor. This was a rare honor, as very few queens were ever granted temples of such grandeur in ancient Egypt. The facade features 6 massive standing statues, with Ramses and Nefertari shown as equals in scale, a powerful testament to their bond. Inside the temples, richly decorated halls and chambers tell stories in vivid carvings and reliefs. Scenes depict Ramses' legendary military victories, such as the Battle of Kadesh, where he claimed triumph against the Hittites. These inscriptions were not only acts of devotion but also political propaganda, immortalizing his strength as both a warrior and a divine ruler. One of the most astonishing features of Abu Simbel is its alignment with the sun. Twice a year, on February 22nd and October 22nd, sunlight penetrates the inner sanctuary of the Great Temple, illuminating the statues of Ramses and the gods seated within. This solar phenomenon, carefully engineered, marks Ramses' birthday and coronation day, further tying his legacy to the cosmos. In the modern era, Abu Simbel became a marvel once more during the 1960s. When the construction of the Aswan High Dam threatened to submerge it under Lake Nasser, an international effort led by UNESCO cut the temples into massive blocks and relocated them to higher ground, a daring rescue that preserved this jewel of ancient Egypt for future generations. Today, Abu Simbel stands not only as a temple of gods and kings but as a symbol of timeless resilience, a place where history, art, power, and the harmony of sun and stone converge in one of the world's greatest monuments. In the far reaches of southern Egypt, where golden sands meet the timeless waters of the Nile, a temple carved from living rock rises with eternal majesty. This is Abu Simbel, a monument not only to the gods, but to the boundless ambition of one man, Pharaoh Ramses II, the most powerful ruler of ancient Egypt. The towering statues of Ramses II, their faces lit by desert sun. Here, in the 13th century before Christ, artisans of stone and spirit sculpted greatness itself. 4 colossal guardians, each nearly 20 meters tall, sit upon their thrones, gazing across eternity. They are not merely statues. They are Ramses, Pharaoh, God, and immortal. Cut to the inner chambers, flickering torchlight revealing walls filled with relief carvings of battles and ceremonies. Step beyond the facade, and the walls speak in silence. Carvings tell the tales of conquest, the Battle of Kadesh, Ramses' triumph over the Hittites, his name etched in stone as conqueror, protector, divine king. The temple was not only a sanctuary for the gods, but a stage for power, designed to proclaim Ramses' glory for millennia. The smaller temple nearby, with statues of Ramses and Queen Nefertari side by side. Beside the Great Temple stands a second, built for Nefertari, Ramses' beloved queen, and dedicated to the goddess Hathor. Here, 6 colossal figures rise. And unlike so many before, Nefertari is shown not as a lesser figure, but as an equal in scale to her king. In stone, love and reverence were eternalized. The sun rising over Abu Simbel, casting light deeper into the sanctuary. And twice each year, as if the heavens themselves bow to the king, the rising sun pierces the sanctuary. Its light travels through the temple's darkened halls, touching the statues of Ramses and the gods. A cosmic alignment, marking Ramses' coronation and his birth. His life and his rule, forever bound to the power of the sun. Abu Simbel's relocation, cranes lifting stone blocks, international teams working together. But time and man brought new challenges. With the building of the Aswan High Dam, the waters of Lake Nasser threatened to swallow Abu Simbel forever. And so, in one of the greatest feats of modern engineering, the temples were cut into hundreds of massive blocks and moved, piece by piece, to higher ground. A rescue not of stone alone, but of history itself. Abu Simbel at sunset, glowing golden against the desert backdrop. Abu Simbel is more than a temple. It is a testament to power, to love, to human ingenuity. From the age of pharaohs to the age of machines, it endures, a monument that whispers across time. The desert remembers, the gods remember, and so shall we. Music swells, screen fades to black with title, Abu Simbel, the eternal temple of Ramses II. The Abu Simbel Temple, a monument of power and legacy. On the western bank of Lake Nasser, in the vast expanse of southern Egypt near the border with Sudan, rises one of the most breathtaking achievements of ancient Egyptian civilization, the Abu Simbel temples. Carved directly into a sandstone cliff during the reign of Pharaoh Ramses II in the 13th century BCE, they stand as enduring monuments to both divine worship and royal power. The larger of the two temples is dedicated to the gods Adonis, Re-Hordi, and Ptah, as well as to Ramses II himself. Its colossal facade is perhaps the most iconic image of Abu Simbel, four towering seated statues of Ramses, each nearly 20 meters, 66 feet high, gazing across the desert with eternal authority. Between their feet and carved along the walls, smaller statues of his family members, his wife Nefertari, his children, and his mother, emphasize his dynasty's might. The smaller temple, built nearby, was dedicated to Queen Nefertari and the goddess Hathor. This was a rare honor, as very few queens were ever granted temples of such grandeur in ancient Egypt. The facade features 6 massive standing statues, with Ramses and Nefertari shown as equals in scale, a powerful testament to their bond. Inside the temples, richly decorated halls and chambers tell stories in vivid carvings and reliefs. Scenes depict Ramses' legendary